Good morning, everyone. We are the Group 1 reporter, and our topic is all about the health and fitness. I am the first reporter of Group 1, and my topic for today is all about the components of fitness. Physical fitness can be broadly divided into, we have first the metabolic fitness, the second is the health-related and skill-related fitness. We're going to discuss first the metabolic fitness. It depicts the physiological system's state of health when they are at rest. And this is related to metabolic fitness. We have first the blood pressure. It involves indirect measuring the effectiveness of the heartbeat, adequacy of blood volume, and presence of any obstruction to vascular flow through the use of sphygmomanometer and stethoscope. And the normal BP is 120/80. If our blood pressure is above 140/90 or 100/100, maybe there's a possibility that our blood becomes high and have the high blood pressure, and we have to consult the doctor if that is the result of our blood pressure, because there is a possibility that a person becomes stroke. And then the second is pulse rate. It is the number of throbbing sensation felt over a peripheral artery when the heart beats, and the normal ranges from 60 to 100 pulses per minute. As for our activity, last time we get our pulse rate here into our this one, or in here besides our neck we can get our pulse rate here, and the normal is 60 to 100 pulses. And the third is the blood insulin. This is the test that measures blood samples for the amount circulating insulin, responsible for blood glucose usage by surrounding tissue, and the normal values are 5 to 20 while fasting. And this is the time that we can get the result if we are diabetic or not diabetic. And the second is we have the health-related fitness. It determines the ability of an individual to perform daily activities with vigor and demonstrate the capacities associated with low risk of premature of development of the hypokinetic diseases. And there is related of this health-related fitness. We have first the body composition. Body composition can be expressed as the relative percentage of body mass that is fat and fat-free tissue using a two-compartment model. And an example of this body composition is the skin fold thickness. Measurements involve measuring skin and subcutaneous adipose tissues at several different standard anatomical sites around the body and converting these measurements to percentage of body fat. And the second is the BMI, and the third is the waist to hip ratio. And there is example exercise that we are going to do of this body composition. We have first the push-ups. The second is the squats, or maybe we can also do planks. Those are the exercise that is example of the body composition. And we have the second is the muscular fitness. Muscular fitness strength is the muscle's ability to exert force at the high intensities over short periods of time. And the example exercise for this muscular strength is we have lifting weights. We are going to lift those heavy materials. We are going to lift it so that we can gain strength. And the second is the muscular endurance. It is the ability of muscles group to execute repeated contractions over a period of time sufficient to cause muscles fatigue or to maintain a specific percentage of the maximal voluntary contraction for a prolonged period of time. And we have also example exercise of muscular endurance. We have the, what do you call that one? Muscular endurance. We have the long distance running, cycling, swimming, or body weight exercise. Those are the example exercise of muscular endurance. And the next is the cardiovascular endurance. Cardiorespiratory fitness is related to the ability to perform large muscle, dynamic, moderate to high intensity exercise for prolonged periods. we have many example exercise that we are going to do about the cardiovascular endurance exercise. We are going to have running, walking, or jogging. Those are the example of cardiovascular endurance exercise. Flexibility is the ability to move a joint through its complete range of motion. It is important in the ability to carry out ADLs and in athletic performance. And the example exercise for the flexibility is stretching. We're going to stretch our body, stretch so that our muscle moves and becomes stretch. And then the second is bending. Bending, like for example, we bend into the floor like this one, we bend like that. We bend like that so that our muscle becomes flexible. And the next is the skill-related fitness, the last one. It is also known as performance-related fitness components. It is associated with athletic competition but should be considered in the overall fitness of all individuals. And the first is the balance. Is the ability of an individual to maintain their line of gravity within their base support. Example of this balance is standing with your weight on one leg. And the second is raising the other leg to the side or behind you. The second is coordination. Is the ability to use the senses such as sight of hearing together with the body part and performing motor tasks smoothly and accurately. We have the example of coordination. We have jump rope drills. And the third is the power. Power, it is the rate at which one is able to exert maximal force. Vertical jump test and hop test are examples of power testing for lower extremity. And the fourth is the reaction time. It's related to time elapsed between stimulation and the beginning of the reaction to it. Reaction time is affected by several variables including attentive, cognitive, and motor function. And the last one is the speed. It relates to the ability to perform a movement within a short period of time, and it is also combined with strength to provide power and force. Test is one of the example of the test that can be used to examine person's speed. Like for example of that is the sprinting, speed skating, sprint cycling, and sports such as tennis.
Principles of training exercise. 5 principles of training exercise. 1. Overload principle. 2. FITT principle. 3. Specificity principle. 4. Reversibility principle. 5. Risk recovery and periodization. Overload principle. Improvements are driven by the stress. By this principle, physical stress is applied to the system to stimulate an adaptive response. For example, if you were new to weightlifting, physiological change in the body would occur over time as a response to weightlifting, so that the body will be able to do same workload for less effort in the future. FITT principle. To ensure that the body continues to adapt, we want to consider modifying the following training variables: frequency, intensity, time, and time.
Principles of exercise training. The criteria that guide all the training, and it allows us to critique some elements of person's training. These are the 5 principles of exercise training.
Good day, everyone. By the way, I am Carmel Batua, and today we will talk about the FITT principle. So, what does FITT stand for? It can be so confusing to filter out the differences between fad diets and legitimate exercise advice. Late-night infomercials count on this confusion to sell all sorts of gadgets and supplements promising a quick fix that doesn't exist. Unfortunately, there's no secret to losing weight in a healthy way. It requires eating well and incorporating physical activity into your schedule. One tried and true method to forming a fitness plan that works for you is to apply the FITT principle. FITT stands for frequency, intensity, time, and type. Frequency is how often you exercise. Usually, we measure this by number of days each week. Intensity is how hard you exercise. We might categorize this as low, moderate, or high intensity. Time refers to the time of day you exercise and how long each session lasts. While type refers to what kind of exercise you are doing. For example, you might do cardiovascular activity, or also known simply as cardio, strength, training, or a combination of the two. What is the importance of FITT? When properly applied, FITT actually enables you to push your limits just enough to make progress without harming your body. It also decreases your likelihood of developing conditions like hypertension, obesity, or diabetes. Furthermore, exercise encourages your body to release endorphins, which offer pain relief. Each component of the FITT principle is interconnected. For example, if you work out at a high intensity, you usually work out for less time and fewer days per week. In contrast, if you work out at a low intensity, you will work out more days per week, and each session may last a bit longer. However, when deciding on an exercise plan, you have to keep in mind your personal goals like, are you exercising to lose weight? Are you exercising to gain endurance? Or are you exercising to increase your strength? Your goal will heavily influence how to use the FITT principle to develop your plan. Also, when identifying your goals, it's also important to be realistic. How much time can you really spend exercising each day or week? What is your current physical state? One of the greatest things about the FITT principle is that it's flexible. You can adjust your plan as your physical condition changes over time.
Morning everyone, my name is Princess Gia P. Calamarde from Group 1 Reporter. How to use FITT Principle. FITT, or frequency, intensity, time, and type, can be applied to any workout routine you have in mind. To demonstrate, let's pretend that you've been overdoing it on sugar foods lately and you're trying to shed a few pounds instead of skipping meals. However, you'd rather exercise the week off according to the FITT model. Frequency. Do some type of physical activity every day. To burn up all those extra calories, you'll want to train as often as possible, but without over-exhausting yourself. On average, your frequency should be 3 to 4 times a week. Note that it's unhealthy to lose more than 1 to 2 pounds in a 7-day period. Next, intensity. Choose an activity that is at least moderate in intensity, and also try to add a few more vigorous activities over the week. Vigorous activity is activity that makes you breathe hard and sweat. A moderate to high intensity Workout is good for eliminating excess fat. Your selected activity should be one that drives up your heart rate to a point where it's more than half of your maximum heart rate. Stay hydrated both during and after to replace any fluid lost from sweating. Next, time. Plan on a total time of at least 60 minutes of activity each day. This can be done all at once or added together over several shorter 10 to 15 minutes blocks of activity. Breaking it up into smaller blocks of time is a great way to start a new program or fit activity into a busy schedule. Time you spend exercising well, of course, depend on your individual fitness level. The longer you work out, the more calories and fat you'll burn off. Type. The type of activity can include a variety of team sports, individual sports, recreational activities, family activities, active hobbies, and walking or bicycling for fun and transportation. If you're also looking to tone and sculpt your muscles, you can add in a few resistance exercises to your cardio routine. These are the FITT Principle example. Frequency, cardiovascular endurance, exercise 3 to 5 times per week. Muscular endurance, exercises 2 to 4 times per week. Muscular strength, weight train 2 to 4 times per week. Flexibility, daily stretching. Intensity, train at 60 to 80% of target heart rate. Add or maintain weight and repetitions. 60 to 75% of max, 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions. Flexibility, stretch muscles and hold beyond its normal length. Time, cardiovascular endurance, 20 to 60 minutes per session. Muscular endurance, about 30 to 60 minutes. Muscular strength, about 30 to 60 minutes. Flexibility, hold each stretch 10 to 15 seconds. Type, cardiovascular endurance, any aerobic activity keeping the heart rate within the target zone. Muscular endurance, resistance training, yoga, pilates, light weights. Muscular strength, anaerobic activities such as weightlifting and sit-ups. Flexibility, stretches that allow the body to move through the full range of motion. Overall, the FITT model allows you to meet your goals by adapting your body unique needs, producing short and long-term benefits in the process.
Safety and smart training. Safety training that drives down our number of accidents, injuries, illnesses, near misses, and property damage. But effective safety training doesn't just happen. It comes from a focused, concerted effort that involves lots of know-how and planning. Use proper form. Maintaining proper form while exercising is essential for avoiding injury and maximizing results. If you're unsure about the proper form for a particular exercise, consider working with a personal trainer or physical therapist. Listen to your body. If you experience pain or discomfort during a workout, it's important to listen to your body and adjust your routine accordingly. Pushing through pain can lead to injury and set back your progress. Stay hydrated. Drinking enough water is crucial for proper physical performance and recovery. Make sure to drink plenty of water before, during, and after your workout. Rest and recover. Rest and recovery are important components of safe and effective physical fitness training. Make sure to allow your body adequate time to rest and recover between workouts, and don't be afraid to take a break if you need it. By following these tips, you can train safely and effectively to achieve your fitness goals and maintain your good health.
Good morning, Miss. My name is Jade Gutierrez, and today we are going to discuss about safety and smart training. Before we begin an exercise program, we have to ask our physicians to give us a checkup. Your doctor can advise you to avoid or participate in activities based on your current health and history. Be sure to stay within your limits. If you're injured while exercising, remember the acronym PRICE for your recovery. The acronym PRICE stands for P, protect the injured area from further injury. You can wrap it lightly in an elastic bandage or wear a padded brace. Do not tightly or heavily tape up an injury, as good circulation is important to healing. R, or stands for rest. Rest the injured area. Use a sling, cane, brace, or crutch as necessary to take your weight and decrease activity of the affected body part. Keep the joint or muscle as inactive as possible. Next is the I, or stands for ice. Apply ice to the injured area for 5 to 15 minutes. Wrap several handfuls of crushed ice in a towel and hold it on and around the injured area. Many people instinctively try to soak an injury in warm water, and while this increases blood flow to the injury, it does not ease the inflammation or swelling. The next one is C, or compression. Wrap an elastic bandage around the ice to compress the injured area, lightly but not enough to cut off circulation to the injured area. After the cold compress, wrap the affected area lightly in an elastic bandage or use a flexible brace. Remember that we don't have to wrap any injury too tightly, as this will cut off good circulation to the injury. And the last one is E, or stands for elevation. Raise the affected area slightly to reduce swelling and inflammation. In addition to the acronym PRICE, you can talk to your doctor about using anti-inflammatory medication as needed, such as aspirin, acetaminophen, or ibuprofen. You should check to see if you have allergies to these drugs before use.
Good day everyone, I am Kenny Mike Mahine Caldoza from BSNet 3. This juncture, I'm going to discuss my assigned topic, which is nutrition diet. So let us first define word by word about nutrition diet. So let us first define nutrition. So nutrition is the process of utilizing food for growth, metabolism, and repair of tissues, while diet is a refers to the total amount of food consumed by individuals. So these two relationship between diet and nutrition and health in a two ways. Health status can be affected by nutrient deficiency and vice versa. So nutrition diet, what is nutrition diet? What is meant by nutrition diet? So are the fundamental of maintaining the general and oral health of population. What is nutrition diet? What is meant by nutrition diet? So are the fundamental of maintaining the general and oral health of populations. So a nutrition diet is necessary for optimal health. You are shielded from a variety of degenerative, non-communicable disease such as or including cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. A balanced diet that limits salt, saturated fats, and trans fats for industrial productions is crucial for good health. At this juncture, let us proceed to the 7 importance of well-balanced diet. So first, we have growth and development. So the growth and development will provide of all the energy you need to keep active throughout the day. Nutrients you need for growth and repair, helping you to stay strong and healthy and to help to prevent diet-related illness such as some cancer. Second part of importance of well-balanced diet is maintain weight. Maintain weight is an important part of maintaining good health and can help you feel your best. This needs eating a wide variety of foods in the right proportions and consuming the right amount of food and drink to achieve and maintain a healthy body weight. The third one is improved energy levels. So the tried and true advice for healthful eating also applies to keeping your energy level high. Or eat a balanced diet that includes variety of unrefined carbohydrates, proteins, and fats with an emphasis of vegetables, whole grains, and healthy oil. The fourth one is lower risk illness. So eating healthy helps prevent, delay, and manage heart disease. Types 2, a balanced diet patterns include a variety of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean protein, and low fats dairy products. The fifth one is the decreases of depression and anxiety. So, a high intake of inflammatory food was associated with significantly increased risk of depression. A inflammatory did has the potential to increase inflammation, which in from can increase the risk of depression. The sixth one is micronutrients. Vitamins and minerals are important to boost immunity and development. So in this importance of well-balanced diet, in this part, it is very important to us to have a high immunity so that we are far from diseases. And the last one is to protect you from non-communicable diseases such as obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and some types of cancer. A healthy diet is essential for good health and nutrition. It protects you against many chronic non-communicable diseases such as diseases, diabetes, and cancer. Eating a variety of food and consuming less salt, sugars, unsaturated, and industrially produced trans fats are essential for healthy diet. Okay, take note. The importance of well-balanced diet helps with sustained weight control. Calorie requirements depends on age, physical activity level, and weight goals. An appropriately balanced diet includes low-calorie, nutrients-dense foods such as whole grains, lean proteins, fruits, and vegetables.
The components of balanced diet are carbohydrates, protein, fats, vitamins and minerals, dietary fiber, and water. Carbohydrates is a vital source of energy. It comprises about 60% of an individual diet. Most of our energy needs are met for carbohydrates. So choose wisely from complex carbohydrates sources such as whole grains, wheats, millets, brown rice, and etc. The protein is found throughout the body in muscle, bone, skin, hair, and virtually every other parts of body or tissue. Fats contribute to about 15% of daily caloric need and a major energy sources. They are also vital for storing and providing vitamins and synthesized hormones. Some of the good sources of fats for one's daily diet can come from polyunsaturated fats such as flax seeds, sunflower seeds, and also monounsaturated fats such as olive oil, sesame oils, and saturated fats such as butter. However, remember to use this in moderation. Number 4 is vitamins and minerals. These components is support metabolism, nerve and muscle function, bone maintenance, and cell production. Fruits and vegetables are the major sources of vitamins and minerals, including potassium, iron, folate, vitamin A, and vitamin C. Water is the most abundant substance in human body and also an essential nutrient to maintain our health. Life without water is unimaginable, right? So, water is a major nutritional component that helps regulate body temperature, lubricate your joints, and of course, protects your major organs and tissues. So make sure that you drink at least 8 glasses of water every day. Number 6, dietary fiber. It is the indigestible part found in plant. It helps stabilize blood sugar, promote gastrointestinal health, and prevent constipation. So, so to be able to be healthy, we must eat healthy eating plate. What is that healthy eating plate? Healthy eating plate is composed of vegetables, whole grains, fruits, healthy protein like eggs, water, and of course healthy oils to avoid fats. So I have here some best food nutritious diets examples.
Examples are vegetables, fruits, dairy product, whole grains, egg, green leafy vegetables, meat, milk, fish, salcon, avocado, and sweet potatoes. Those are the best food nutritious diets. That's all. Thank you.